And Georgia voters are now able to cast their votes in the state's presidential primary. Early voting started Monday. It will run through the 8th. If you want to vote absentee, the deadline to request a ballot is March 1st. The primary itself is on the 12th. And a reminder, a new law in Georgia requires employers to give employees 2 hours of leave to vote during the early voting period or on Election Day itself. We're taking a closer look now at the process for voting absentee. WSAV's Nikaya Harris has what you need to know.
An absentee ballot, an alternative way to cast your vote. You can either mail it in or go to your local Board of Elections and drop it in the ballot drop box. In order to receive an absentee ballot or a paper ballot, you must submit a request. Visiting the Georgia Secretary of State's My Voter page or simply going in person to your local election headquarters are both available options to get the process started. I spoke with Shantae Jones, election supervisor in Bullitt County, to get more insight about the alternative voting method.
They can request it for different reasons. So no reason, if you're elderly, 65 or older, or physically disabled, when you submit a request, you can fill out the back of the form and opt in to receiving a rollover ballot, where if you fit those eligibility requirements, we will automatically mail you a ballot for the election cycle.
Absentee ballot request includes voter identification information and choosing your ballot type, Republican, Democratic, or nonpartisan. This information is reviewed before a ballot is mailed. Once the ballot arrives to your home, be sure to fill out all required information before turning it in to avoid delays. Jones tells News 3 there are ways to check the status of your ballot if you decide to mail it in.
That's why I encourage people to be aware and go to their My Voter page. All of that information is documented there. So your ballot is actually being tracked. If you log into your My Voter page after you've requested a ballot, once we receive it, verify the information, and we process it, you can see when we received that ballot, you can tell when we mailed it out.
Jones also tells News 3 if you decide to drop your ballot off in person, be mindful of your drop box locations. Telling me dropping it off in the wrong location can put your vote at risk of not being counted.
If you notice our drop box when you came in, we have a little note on top that says if you're returning a ballot for out of county, you need to mail it to the county that mailed you the ballot. We've had some confusion in the past where people have dropped their ballots off here at the last minute. We always forward those ballots to the other county, but again, if they don't have it by 7 o'clock, it's not counted on Election Day.
Now remember, March 1st is the deadline to request an absentee ballot. Nikaya Harris, WSAV News 3, on your side.